What's up everybody, my name is Dwight and welcome back to GeForce Garage. Ron Lee Christensen of Blue Horse Studios is back in the garage today with his Half-Life 2 RTX themed PC that he's calling Black Mesa 2.0. Well, welcome back to the garage, Ron. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
So what makes this Black Mesa 2.0?
So we did a build 15 years ago when I first got into PC modding. It was one of my first builds. We actually won PDX Land mod contest with it, and it was my Black Mesa. And here we are 15 years later celebrating the 20th anniversary of Half-Life 2, and we have Black Mesa 2.0 here.
Nice. There's a lot going on with this. I believe Black Mesa 1, that was a scratch build, right?
Yeah, so 3D printing was around, but it wasn't very readily available for home use. So at that time, I was scratch building everything. All the modeling that I did was made out of styrene and ABS panels. So today we obviously have more use of 3D print and laser cutters, so I took advantage of that on this project. Did a lot of 3D printing, CAD design, all new panels for the entire case, and then 3D printed all of them.
So there's no original panels left on this
No
case?
original panels except for the main chassis of the case, but all the doors, the top and front bezel have been all redesigned and replaced.
So are they like locked in there? Like you can't take them off?
Yeah, you can take them off. They function just like the regular panels. They all latch in with their proper mechanisms and screw on with the thumb screws.
I've done some 3D printing myself, and I know that it can be really hard to get rid of those layer lines.
Yep.
So what is your process for doing something like that?
It really depends on the type of finishes that you are going for. If you're going for like a more distressed look, like on the Half-Life here, I'm not too worried about those layer lines because I know that I'm going to go over the top of it with some primer filler and a texture paint that's going to hide those layer lines. So I'm just trying to knock off the rough points, and then I go in with a primer filler, add like a truck bed liner that has a texture to it, and then I can just go right over the top of it with my weathering and rust passes to it.
Nice. And you're kind of known for your painting abilities. What was it like painting something like this with all the different textures? And
Oh, it was a
colors?
dream, yeah. It's like right up my alley. Because, you know, Half-Life, you have 25 years of a game that you can refer back to, and so you're trying to feel like it's come from that universe. It's a lot of going back and playing the game, seeing how the world rusts and decays and trying to incorporate those textures, because you always want to feel like whatever you're building actually comes from that world.
Gotcha. What was the hardest part about working on this mod? Because there's a lot going on.
I would probably say the CAD design portion of the build, because, you know, redesigning all the panels, you're also building functionally as well. So you got to make sure those panels lock in and attach properly. We had to go through several revisions, especially on the front bezel, because we incorporated the reservoir into the front bezel to make sure everything fit, the pass-throughs all worked, and everything just lined up and clicked in properly.
Speaking of the reservoir on the front, do you have a reservoir on the outside of your case?
Yeah, so on the original project that we did 15 years ago, we mounted the reservoir on the outside of the case as well. And so we just wanted to highlight that liquid coolant that looks like biohazard waste. Just wanted it to be a really cool aesthetic element that makes the build pop.
Is there any hidden features about this build that someone looking at it for the first time may not notice?
So there is a fog machine installed on the back panel. It's just a tiny little hobby fog machine. I think it's about 3 inches by 5 inches. You just add a little bit of vegetable glycerin to it and it works off a remote and produces a good steam.
Well, it looks incredible. Can you tell me a little bit about the parts that are in it?
Yeah, so we started with the Cougar Panzer Max case, and then we paired it with an MSI Z7090 Tomahawk motherboard. And on the motherboard, we have the Intel i9-14900K, 32 gigs of the Corsair Vengeance memory, a 2 terabyte NVMe drive also from MSI, a 1000-watt power supply also from MSI, and then custom cables by Bespoke Baca. And all powered by the GeForce RTX 5090 Founders Edition.
Thank you, Ron, for coming in. Hopefully we get to see a Half-Life 3 build from you someday. If you guys enjoyed this video and would like to see more, hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you for the next one.